Time for Try It Tuesday, friends.
Yeah. We're gonna
Special guest. We have a master chef in the studio.
What's up,
It's
guys?
Chef Kolby Kash,
I'm
Kolby John
Good morning.
How many
Hi,
followers?
Kolby.
How many followers do you have now on Instagram?
On Instagram, I think
400,
we're at like
350?
380, and then TikTok is like
380,000?
630,000.
And you just started doing this for fun.
I started doing it for fun during the pandemic,
Wow.
but I always have cooked. It's just I kind of enhanced it during the
So
pandemic.
you went from what profession to being a chef?
I was working in technology. I was doing software. I forget the name of it now, but I was working in software.
My, how fast we forget, Kolby.
I tried to
Kolby
forget.
can be found on Master Chef, by the way. He won was it the last challenge? Was it the last episode that aired, the cake
Yes,
challenge?
we won.
Okay.
I won the last episode. It's the cake challenge where we have to replicate these cakes. It's like the challenge to win.
What
if I
cake
do say
did you
so
make?
Myself. I did an apple stack cake.
Oh my God, it sounds
And it was. I mean, I tasted the replica because I had to make we had to replicate it. But it was good.
Now, could you break it down? Like, once you take a bite, you like spit it out and then taste it again?
No,
or do you-
no.
You basically,
I
you
ate it.
got to basically reverse engineer this.
Exactly. So they presented like I want to say 14 cakes, and the person who won the week previously got to assign who made what cake. So if she didn't like you or if she wanted you
Yeah,
off,
something really hard.
she would give you a hard one. And so she said she was targeting the South and the Midwest because we had the most
And you guys are the
people
South.
still in, and I was in the South. And
Kolby,
there-
I have a question
Yeah, go
about
ahead.
that. It's a question I've had for every single cooking reality show I've ever watched on any format. When you are cooking and they're showing like the action shots, and then they go to you at the camera talking about the action shot, like take me through how long that takes. How does that happen? Because you did the whole thing. Do they make you rewatch it and say, okay, you're going to talk about every single detail of your? I mean, I just it must take forever. How do they do that where you're talking about the action shot?
we actually do confessionals like every day is what I call them because I used to watch Real World.
Yes,
So
yes.
I call them confessionals, but they
Yeah.
call them interviews. And so we would do those every day. I want to say we did sometimes we would do it before. That's why people sounded so enthusiastic about it. And then afterward we would do it too. And then we kind
Defeated?
of we felt a little
But you
defeated
have to
sometimes, or
act like
just-
you don't know the outcome, right? Because they're running this at the same time before the outcome.
Right.
Right.
So
they're like, oh my God, I need the fondant.
One more
again.
question: do they run any of the video back in front of you so you can recall it, and or do the producers just tell you, all right, this is what happened? What were you thinking then?
The producers just ask us questions. I think they've been doing it so long, they know how to ask you the question to get you to say
How to pull it out of you.
to say what they need you to say. And
Nice.
so they do a really good job of that. And they're so friendly. They're like we think they're our friends until we see the edit.
Twist your
I'm
words.
like, why did I say it
What
like
about the
that?
timing? What about the timing? Like every show I watch, like I was watching 12 hours on Saturday when I wasn't feeling well of Pit Masters and they're barbecuing, and they're like, okay, 1 minute, 40 seconds, and then they show everyone get to the plate. Is that true? Like, do they do that? Like, if it's not on that table, in 10
Absolutely.
seconds.
You will go like it will be you can't put it on the plate after the time. And
wow.
So they actually follow that timer.
we have to. And this season they didn't say it, which is so confusing. I thought it was going to be a big part of the season, but they only gave us 2 minutes to plate every single time.
What?
That's
2
it.
minutes every time, and I think that's because they didn't want us sitting around like if we played it and finished plating before
Yeah,
time was up, it's just not as exciting.
That's true. They
But
want
they
you.
only gave us 2 minutes, and I thought they were going to make a big rule about it at the beginning of the season,
Have
but
you
they
made
absolutely
any-
did not.
Have you made any friends doing this?
Oh, absolutely. I think the best part about the whole entire show was the people that I met. Everybody, being around people that are so like-minded in a reality TV show. Someone called it trauma bonding. So we were around each other
that's
for
a
like a
great-
couple of
that's a great
months.
word for it.
And
That's funny.
it's just, I wouldn't say it was like traumatic, but it was very stressful. You don't want to embarrass yourself on national TV. And you're around Gordon Ramsay. You try not to be intimidated. And after a while, you kind of loosen up. And then you make just the most amazing friends.
Oh, that's good.
How about him? Does he
I was not expecting you to say it like that.
What does he
to
smell
wrap
like?
around.
What does Gordon Ramsay smell like? Does he have like cigarettes?
You
Does he
smell him
like,
before you
like-
see him. He smells so good. He
he's got
smells
the
like
cologne?
it's like a known thing. Him and Rihanna, they like smell amazing.
Really?
Oh my gosh. Actually, that is
And
true.
And they
We
and they
met
told
Rihanna.
us
She's
what he
amazing.
wore, what his cologne was, and I just cannot remember what it was. I think it was like a million. That
Let me look it
I
up.
thought that'd be like a
Creed
full
or
pot
Million,
of cologne
like
while
that.
you're in a restaurant when you're
Yeah, I
a
don't want
chef.
to be overpowering. I tell you, the
he
worst
says he doesn't use much. He does like a dab.
The worst dining experience I've ever had was like some guy coming to the table and he had like so much Axe body spray. I'm
the
like,
waiter.
I
not
can't even
Axe.
taste my food. Yeah, I know, not Axe.
If you're just tuning in, we're talking to Chef Kolby Kash. You can find him on Instagram under Chef Kolby Kash, Kolby Kash. He's on MasterChef right now, and he has visited our studio before, where he had to be a judge for the Food with the Roula and Ryan show.
He picked Ryan's dish as the best. I got screwed because I had tater tots on mine, and
Your
It
tater
just don't
tots
reheat.
suck.
Microwave tater
A
tots don't
lot of
carry
people
over.
asked me about it after I left. They're like, "Well, how was it really?" I was like, "Honestly, it was good except for the tater tots."
if it was air fryer, I put air fryer.
They're real soggy.
But they're real. It's good, but it's fresh. It's
Right.
good. But
So I cooked something for you last night.
Okay.
It's just a salsa, and the show is saying that I sing it as best ever. I got proof positive. Go to @Radio Ryan Chase on Instagram. I can prove
ever.
I can prove that the show is lying right now. I said I made the greatest homemade salsa that I have ever done, not the greatest ever.
But you used the word ever. Didn't he use the word ever?
The greatest I've ever done.
ever.
So when I did it, it's hatch season.
Okay.
Do you like hatch
Yeah,
peppers?
I love hatches. You know,
Okay,
HEB
so I just
don't
wanna
let us
make a-
not like it.
I know. HEB will not let us not like
HEB
it.
is going to promote hatch all year long.
Basically,
You want the
I
hatch
Even
fields?
when it's not season, they're like, season's coming up.
cooked up a bunch of hatch peppers.
season.
I blended them. Put some avocado in there, a little bit of cream, and some seasoning.
Oh, so like an avocado salsa crema type of thing.
Unfortunately, I spilled half.
Did
of
you
in the
bring it with
kitchen.
chips?
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yeah, he
Ryan.
made
We have chips, yes.
He made Ahmad go get some chips.
Thank you, Ahmad.
Oh, and while y'all
Oh,
do
it
that
looks
real
good
quick,
color.
It's a little spicy.
there's a really funny thing on Insta about do you want 7 tortillas right now to eat? And you'd be like, no.
Too
What if I
spicy?
chopped them up and fried them for you? It's the same thing as dipping the salsa and chips in a restaurant.
So far, I
You
think we're
got
gonna.
that many.
I think we're gonna thumbs up.
It's really good. It's not spicy at all.
Okay.
It kind of has like a nice creaminess, sweetness, but also a little bit spicy. I think the sweetness is keeping it from being too spicy.
Oh, good.
Is there anything
Really
you-
good.
Are hatch peppers
Add to it,
supposed to
take
be
away?
spicy, Colby?
Maybe like some salt, maybe, but that's about
Yeah,
it.
it needs salt. Okay.
The
Just
chips
to give
have
you like a
salt
little
on them.
more.
A little more.
But honestly, it has a
let's
good
try it.
balance.
Have
It's
you
easy
tried
to
it
make
yet?
that over
here.
here.
Pass it around.
I'm sorry,
down
I
here.
spilled half of it in the
I don't
kitchen.
believe it.
Here we go.
Wait, Colby, for those that don't know, they're hatch peppers. Are hatch peppers supposed to be spicy,
They-
or are they just supposed to be
mild and
really-
hot, don't they?
They can be just like any pepper, really, but I don't think so. Like a bell pepper is a pepper, but it's not really hot. It's more
Nah.
sweet.
Right,
Sweet,
right.
yeah.
So
Or
hatch
in
chilies, I
shishito
feel like are the
peppers,
same
like you
kinda-
get one that burns your mouth like an inferno, and then 4 of them are like amazing.
Right. And jalapenos can be really spicy, and then sometimes they're not. So I don't really know. I think it's just like a.
Yeah, I
It
don't like.
depends
the,
on the
I don't
which
like the
one.
candied
It's got
jalapenos.
It's got like a little,
Oh, I love those.
a little
I do
backburn.
too. I like the
Come on, bring it
jalapenos
over
that come in
here.
like the pickle chips, or like the bread and butter ones. They're like kind of spicy and sweet.
I
You
like
bread
that.
and butter?
Pickles, yes, they're so good. They're so good.
It takes a certain kind of
can't.
person to like
Yes.
bread and butter pickles.
You can use them in so many different things too. I put them in like deviled eggs or like
Oh, really?
potato salad.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it
So
the
good. Okay,
Antone?
maybe.
The Antones, the subs, don't they
The
have?
chow chow.
They,
It's
I just
chow chow
can't.
they put in there.
I
think you have
cannot
to
with
I
that.
can't eat them like by themselves, but I think if you put them in a recipe, they're so good. It adds like a sweetness and a tang.
Yeah.
So what do
I
you
am
guys
not
think?
a
I
pickle
really like it.
connoisseur to
I
know
like
that.
the salsa.
I like the
dude.
salsa too.
It's really
Kevin?
good.
I say
Oh my.
it's pretty good. It does need salt. That's about it.
Yeah, just a little salt.
Okay.
A little bit of
Great
salt.
flavor.
Or a little
Yeah,
bit
flavor,
of Bayou City
you feel a
garlic
bit.
pepper.
Oh,
yes.
Hey,
Yes.
that's a good
Some
tip.
spices.
Your seasoning, by the way, I took some home and cooked with it. It's really good.
I really wanted to bring y'all more, but I literally flew in last night to come.
worries.
Thank you.
Well, now you know where we're at. You
For
can
those
bring it
who
anytime you
tune in-
want.
I mean, I can
Yeah,
always
I
bring
know
some.
where we
I
are.
can always bring some.
Where can we
we
actually
always-
find it though?
You
Yeah,
can
where can you
find
find your
it
seasonings?
at BayouCitySeasonings.com, or you can go to my website, KolbyKash.com. Yeah, and we're actually doing a dinner tomorrow. Me and the Southcast, we're doing a dinner in Houston, and we're going to season everything with Bayou City Seasoning.
Is it
We have
for-
a few tickets left if
Let's
anybody
say it's
wants
open to
it.
the. if people
How do
buy
you find
tickets.
it? Where is it? Tell us all
You
about
can
it.
get tickets to the dinner. We're calling it the Southern Table VIP Chef Dinner with the Southern cast of Master Chef. You can find it on my website. You can find it on my Instagram link bio, Chef Kolby Kash. I'll post it again after I leave here.
So what
Good
happens now? That do you guys separate and then you take each other on, or is it just South versus the West?
Well, I think I can say this because on the preview last night, Gordon, our Master Chef, actually posted that they're breaking up the teams
Oh, they are.
tomorrow. So
Uh-oh.
it's no longer South versus Midwest versus
South
West
turning on
versus
the South.
Northeast. Yeah, but we
Uh-oh.
still kind of maybe look out for each other.
What are
you
some
know how
behind
it
the
is in
scenes?
South.
What's like a behind the
Maybe look
scenes
out for
trick
each
to
other.
because they want to create conflict. Like what's something to do that we don't know about that?
I think that they put us all around each other all day long. It's gonna create some conflict. It's gonna create
wanna
conflict.
try and get
but
on
I will say
Each other's nerves.
Ego.
Exactly.
Ego's
A lot
gonna
of
get you.
people, and then ego. A lot of people kind of they start thinking they're doing good.
Are
and
any of
then,
them real chefs? I mean, like they have
one of
like have restaurants.
Jennifer from the South, she actually she graduated from culinary school and did pastry culinary school. I don't know the name for it specifically, but she's amazing. She's going to be at the dinner tomorrow. She's going to be taking care of the desserts and
I think Amanda might
helping
be
us
showing
with
up.
the appetizers and stuff. It's going to be great.
Guys, buy me one more birthday gift. Give me a ticket.
Well,
Just one more.
Well, I'm telling you, I cannot wait for you to. I want to see a brick and mortar restaurant that you have here in Houston.
I really, we're thinking about some things. I'm thinking we'll start off with a food truck just to keep it simple, and then we'll go from there.
Your food's amazing.
Thank you so
It
much.
really is.
Thanks, Kolby.
It's
for
Chef
joining
Kolby
us.
Kash, y'all. Kolby Kash. You can find him on Instagram. He's got his website. He's got his seasonings. He's on MasterChef. And how many more seasons? I mean, how many more episodes do we have? How much
I don't
longer
know
is
if they
this
keep
gonna go?
doubling them up like this. They're doing 2 episodes tomorrow, so if they keep doubling them up like this, I'm not sure how long we have.
I'll be done in 3 weeks.
I can't tell you how long I was there, but you never know.
I'm gonna try and trick you.